So you say you were, you referenced scripture a few times. You said you're Christian. So what is your relationship with Jesus? Is that your source for getting the peace that you're able to preach? Do you use him as a guide and a roadmap to map out your career and what you write? Do you feel the influence of God moving through you when you're crafting everything that you're doing, as well as showing up to do what you do at such a big capacity every day?
I guess I would say it this way. The great Rich Mullins, who is a songwriter, and I think he's more of a theologian than a songwriter, but he wrote a lot of the songs that we still sing today. He said, we so often over-spiritualize Jesus. And I remember that line really stuck with me. And so it caused me to go back and look at, what is the guy doing all the time? And here's what that guy is doing. He's always with people. He's always tired because he's helping. He is always getting in front of people that the mob wants to come after, particularly sexual sin. He wants to protect people all the time. And then after he protects them, after he gives them a purpose, after he says, I see you and I love you, then he goes, hey, there's another way to do life that's got peace.
Wow.
It's not the, when you get it all together, then you can come kiss the bottom of my robe. That's not how he rolls.
Yeah.
And so, yes, when it comes to how do I model my life, everybody's welcome at the Delony house. And I don't ever get mad. I just don't. Like, life's too short. I spent too many years doing MMA training, and I got my head kicked in enough to where, like, it's not worth it. You know what I mean? It's not worth it. And I did too much SWAT training with SWAT teams. Dude, I'm just not that tough. But the only time I get mad is when someone goes after the underdog. When someone goes after the least of these. Then I get riled up. And so, yeah, when it comes to is my life a roadmap? Yeah, he provides the roadmap there. When it comes to career, no, I don't. I think you do the next right thing. And I don't think God promised me a bunch of money. I don't think God promised me fame and fortune and success. I don't think that's the promise. The promise is, come what comes, lean on me. And I know that there will be ebbs and flows in my life, and there will be seasons of up and seasons of down, and seasons of blessing and seasons of drought. And I've done enough works in crisis sitting with people who've lost everything, lost a child, lost their spouse, lost everything. And so my day will come when those things hit, and I hope it's not for a long, long time. But as my friend Dr. Richard Beck says, the person of faith needs to ask the question, who are you on your worst day?
Wow.
That's not your best day. What do you lean on? What do you know to be true on your worst day?
Yeah.
And that's a guiding question for me.
Absolutely. And I'll be honest with you, man, when I saw your content for the first time, probably like a year and some change ago, I was seeing you everywhere, and then I was like, who's this guy? And I tuned in, and honestly, I didn't like it because it was convicting. It was hitting me. It was hitting me, bro, to the point where I was like, man, like I had to unfollow and then refollow once I got my life together. You know what I mean? And it's not even together. It's more so like ready to face those fires.
That's it.
Yeah. And
and most people don't know this. And I did, dude. When I took this job, I had zero social media, none, zero, not a Facebook account, not an Instagram. I didn't know how that worked. I didn't know how that worked.
Yeah.
So I didn't realize how people experience social media on the receiving end. All those little black posts that I put, like little notes, those are notes to myself. When I yell at my son and I'm ashamed, as like, dude, I'm supposed to be the guy. Don't yell at your kids, right? Those are notes to myself. When my daughter walked in and said, Dad, 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 and I was trying to send a text or look up a funny YouTube clip or something, and I kept telling her, hold on. And I caught out of the corner of my eye, she had dropped her shoulders and she just slunked out of the room.
Wow.
And I pull out I'm sitting there typing something on my phone, and I just typed, when a child walks into your room, put your phone down. They are worth more than this stupid little box, right? And so it's not me lecturing, it's me talking to myself. And I think people read it as I'm lecturing them, and it's just me trying to say, dude. And so those are just little thoughts I have in my head that I put out, but and I appreciate you being with me.
I love those. And like those speak to me. I'm telling you, those are my favorite things that you post. Like obviously your show's amazing because it's so like, you can relate to people that call in from time to time, but the notes, bro, those are the vulnerable ones. Those are the ones where it's like, it cuts, and especially the one you just posted, the one you just shared, which I'm so grateful. Thank the Lord for you sharing that on our show, bro. Cause that was one that was really like, I'm mindful now, especially when I get home. I'm in the business similar to you, where it's like my phone is going off constantly. I also do freelance writing, and it's like emails, social media, notifications, content, everything is just constantly going. Even with the notifications tab off, it's still like people still constantly just coming your way, you know? So when I get home, I have to be intentional about plugging the phone in, and I'm a way better father. I'm a way better husband. I do a lot more. I complain a lot less, and I'm a lot more just focused on the Lord and how I should serve my family as those roles. So I love that you do those contents. Keep those coming. Those are amazing. Thank you so much for supporting our YouTube channel. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe and smash that like button. If you would like to see another short clip from this episode, you can do so here. Or if you want to see the full conversation, you can do so here. And make sure you subscribe on Patreon. If you'd like to partner with us, you can do that at the link in the description of this video. Thank you so much, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.